Hey, good day to everybody. So here we are again. This is a new year. Uh, then we will be discussing the continuation of the topic about organization, okay, organization and management. So we have discussed with the previous video about uh, different theories of organization. We're in organization and management. That is on the second part. Okay, first, organizational management function is planning, organizing, staffing, uh, leading, and then leading, motivating, and then the last one is monitoring. Okay, now we will go to about the third topic. Okay, the third topic we're in concept and nature of staffing and its functions. So that will be the title of our topic. So this is very important also in managerial functions because without your staff, your business will not be very efficient. You need staff. You need to manage staff properly in order for your business, your goal will be achieved. Okay, so that is the purpose. I will now share the screen. The concept, as you can see, concept and nature of staffing and its function. Okay, so the objective of our topic will be learners should be able to acquire the concept and nature of staffing, which includes the process of recruiting, selecting, and training employees. So there are different activities when it comes to staffing, okay, recruiting, selecting, and training. Let's see why will those things will be important in staffing. And before that, let's have a short review about the previous topic. So let's see here. Let's undertake that you are to hire employees for your growing company. Please answer the following questions below related to the previous topic. If you were a hiring manager, what qualifications will you look for in hiring employees who will work in your company? So you have topics in organization, okay, about organization and employees are very important. So what will be the qualifications? Okay, it's up to you. Okay, some of the businesses will look for things that will that they need in their company. So if they lack some skills, they will look for people who have those skills. Okay, so that their company will be or business will be competitive. Number two, what points will you consider in your recruitment? So what will be the different points that you will consider? And number three, would you consider competencies over skills or vice versa? Competencies or skills, okay, or both. Okay, so I will leave that to you to answer. Now, in concept and nature of staffing, okay, for you to understand, involves uh, staffing involves human relation activities in an organization, as you can see here. Human resource functions in organization, human relations, human resource, which includes first will be staffing of employees, okay, recruiting of employees. So staffing employees, what are the things? that you need in your organization. Okay, so you will look for persons that will fit with the activities needed in your organization. The second one will be recruiting now. We will recruit, okay, recruit employees, possible employees or applicants that you need in your organization. Then after having those recruitment activity, so you have been invited, you need to select now which among those applicants will best fit your organization. Some businesses will, because based on your experience, sometimes they are about to be hired, but during the salary negotiation, what will happen? Okay, some applicants will not continue, so they will have another buffer, okay, a buffer or reserve. So if they will have an open uh, position, two open positions, for example, so they will accept another additional employees as a buffer. Okay, they reserve if, for example, the two employees has been called and some of them will be not continuing, failed to continue. So they can still have other employees as a backup. Okay, so that is very important in human resource. And training employees is also very important. So after selecting the employees, of course, it is a new environment. So you need to train them. But of course, staffing is not only limited to outside employees. Okay? It can also be within the organization first before you will look for employees outside the organization. So it involves wages, of course. During salary negotiation, this is very important, wages for rank and file employees, compensation. So differences with wages and compensation. Compensation will be for employees with a monthly basis, okay, compensation, and reward system. So not only, okay, wages will be the basis for a company to attract employees. Also, they have the reward system. So if they reach the quota, there will be a reward. If they have shared an innovation, there will be a reward. Something like that. Okay, and it is also needed in the company. Appraisal. Okay, for example, promotion. So before you will hire somebody outside the organization, you can look for qualified employees inside the company and have the appraisal. So you will check if they will be qualified for additional compensation or they will be qualified for promotion, appraisal, and employee relation. So if you will be hiring employees within the organization going up, it will improve employee relationship. And of course, those are the things being checked, okay, sometimes by management. If the applicant, a new applicant, will be best fit to work in the organization, okay, they will check if, that's why there are sometimes uh, provisionary period, okay, they will be tested within 3 months, I think 3 months before they will be hired as a regular employee. And performance evaluation is also very important, same as appraisal. Okay, especially during movement upward, okay, and sometimes downward. demotion, and promotion. So those are the things uh, being observed. And you as a manager should be aware of these activities because it will directly affect your business. If you will not focus on, if you will not consider these activities, it will directly affect the performance of your business. So this is very important. And according to Theo Hanman, based on our module, staffing as a managerial function can be selecting, as we have observed a while ago, appraisal, okay, development. So within the organization, you will select appraisal, development, and compensation. When you say compensation, if the employee will be promoted upward, there will be additional pay, okay, remuneration for that employee. And that is an activity wherein most employees are motivated. And nature of staffing. So staffing is an important managerial function. As we have agreed or mentioned a while ago, this is very important, okay, for you to consider to reach your goal. So if you will not consider this, it will directly affect the performance of your business. So beforehand, you will select the qualified, really qualified employees for the vacant job of your business. And staffing is a pervasive activity. When you say pervasive activity, it is carried out by all managers in all types of concerns where business activities are carried out. Okay, by all managers. So since you will be inviting, okay, employees or applicants outside the company, of course, he will be dealing with different activities of the organization. So it is a pervasive activity. And staffing is a continuous activity. In businesses wherein there is high turnover of employees, when say turnover, others are resigning, so you have to hire again, you have to train, okay, and then train and do the job in the organization. So continues. So you as a manager should be well aware, should accept the reality that some employees sometimes need to resign, okay? Need to resign in your company. So be prepared for it if you will be a manager. The basis of staffing function is efficient management of personnel. So efficient management of personnel. So as you can see as a manager, you will be the one to decide if this person really have the skills or capability, especially in if you will be hiring key persons of the company. See to it that this applicant is capable, okay, and it will help your company not to add another burden, but to help your company. And staffing helps in placing right man at the right job. Okay, so these are the qualifications. These are the requirements. What are the qualifications? Okay, so how will you check you as a manager if these persons are qualified for the job? And staffing is performed by all managers depending upon the nature of business, size of the company, qualification and skills of managers. Okay, that's why yes, there sometimes in big companies there are human resource uh, managers, okay, assigned in human resource, and there are managers assigned in the production. So before the human resource will assign, okay, will go to the next level. Okay, of course, they will assess first. Assess if these employees are applicants that is applying for the vacant job is qualified before they will be sent for an interview to the production manager. Okay, and then uh, or, both the human resource and the production manager will be deciding, and the last to interview will be the boss or the CEO of the company. Okay? The CEO or in charge in the company. Okay? So he will be the last one to do the interview. And there are different steps and steps in involving staffing. Of course, you will have the requirement first, manpower requirement. So if there will be deliveries and you are lacking of manpower, so you need to add manpower for these activities. So you will do a recruitment. Okay, so production will check that we will be needing additional 10 manpower for our delivery. So we need to hire somebody, and it will be sent to human resource for recruitment. And then if, for example, there are already applicants, okay, applying for a job, you will now have to selection process. Okay, select about the candidates that will be applying for a job. And if you already have selected the employees, orientation and placement. Okay, you need to orient because it is a new job. Okay, and then place that employee to the job that is assigned to them, and training and development. So after placing the employees in your business can have additional training and then development. Development for it will also add an investment for the company, but or it will help the company to be more competitive. Remuneration will comes in. Remuneration will be the pay. Okay, so these employees are capable, and the company will be having an additional payment, for example, every year. So the company will set a policy, okay, set a policy to have an additional payment. Okay, that will also motivate the employees. Performance evaluation. Okay. So what will be the basis will be performance evaluation. What are the things being done by these employees? So it will be evaluated. Okay, of course, by managers. And promotion and transfer. So promotion can be positive, okay, positive from an employee. Transfer can be positive and can either be negative. Okay, sometimes the employees will be very hard to convince to transfer to another area or field. Okay, and need additional training. So the management will have to motivate the employees to be transferred. A transfer without any additional pay, but additional activity. But if you as an employee will be thinking of that as an opportunity, that will be very good. Okay? It will be positive to that employee. Okay? And types of recruitment. So internal recruitment, as I mentioned a while ago, inside the company first. The company will look for qualified personnel to be promoted in the higher position, or external recruitment will be looking for employees applicants outside the organization. It can be positive because if you will hire employees with an experience, so you can also learn from that employee, can also adapt the things that are being done by that employee, wherein it is being done by the other companies. Okay, so there will be advantages and disadvantages of having an external recruitment. So employment at the factory level, this is a type of employment wherein uh, the rank and file employee, okay, outside the factory gate, applicable for general where factory workers are to be appointed. There are people who keep on soliciting jobs from one place to another. Applicants are called unsolicited, unsolicited applicants. So this type of applicants, for example, factory workers, this will apply employment at factory level. So they will be hired if there will be additional deliveries, for example. But after 6 months, the contract will be terminated. Advertisement, okay, you need to advertise. It's either before newspapers, now there are in the internet, okay, job street, and other ways in order for the company to advertise the vacant the vacancies, job vacancies, okay, and employment exchanges, okay, employment exchange in other companies. So if there are uh, uh, for example, in government, okay, other employees will be transferred to other government agencies. Also, it can be in a private company wherein there are branches. Okay, so some of their employees will be transferred. Okay, transferred to their company. Some of their employees, if the sister company, for example, there will be another branch. Will be looking for employees. Okay, some of the excess employees in this company will be transferred to the sister company. Employment exchanges. Employment agencies is also very important ways of recruitment. Okay, agencies. So it will be some businesses will be dealing with agencies, and then agencies will be managing the employees. Okay. So the company will be dealing with agencies. Agencies will be the one um, to look for employees and then to manage the employees. And educational institutions can also be, for example, newly graduate. Okay, the company will be have a partnership with educational institution. So newly graduates can have the OJT in a company, and they can be hired, they can be trained, they can be hired, and become part of the company. And recommendations, of course. So this is effective. It is also effective if there will be uh, some employees that is familiar, okay, or the manager knows somebody, okay, from other company will be recommended. Okay, so they already know the background of the employee, so that will also be a good strategy. Labor contractors. So just like agencies, labor contractors only for manpower activities. Okay, employee selection process, course preliminary interview. There will be an interview first, application blanks. So you need to fill in the application and then the written test. Okay, IQ test, uh, abstract reasoning, and different tests. Okay, to test the capability of the employee. Employment interviews. Okay, so after having the test, they pass the test. Employment interview will be the next one. And then, of course, if they pass the employment interviews from the managers, now we can proceed to medical examination. Check if the employees are healthy and the company will be dealing, okay, with a certain agency that will handle the medical examination, and it will be submitted to the company. The company will check if they will be qualified or not. Appointment letter after that. Okay. And importance of training. Training is given on 4 basic rounds. New candidates, okay, need to be trained. Refresh the knowledge of new employees. Okay, so you need to have additional training. New technology, for example, you need to train the employees for this new technology. And the last one will be a promotion. For example, you need to train the employees for the higher level job. And of course, the benefits of training can be summed up as improves morale of employees, less supervision because they are already trained, fewer accidents, especially rejects and many things, change chances of promotions because they are already trained, they know the job already. To increase productivity, of course, it is expected by the company if there will be new training. Okay, training will be an investment for the company. And ways or methods of training will be on the job training, off the job training, and that's all. Okay. On the job training and off the job training, this happens especially if you will be dealing with educational institution. Off the job training will be going outside, just like team building. Okay, you will go to a place and have the training, actual training. Go abroad, okay, to be trained for new technology, okay, and it will be echoed, okay, echo to the employees. Okay, and that's all. Thank you very much for watching.